Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you can see me. We are out on Lake Norman competing in the QCKBF Emerald Charity Event. Now, this is a charity event meant to raise money for the Emerald School of Excellence, which is a school for high school kids struggling with addiction and recovery, and helps them help pay for some of their tuition to the school and make sure they got good programs over there. So, this tournament is sponsored by Buzzbait, the baits that mean business. Now, we have put in at the Little Creek access area. I've only been out here one other time, and it was probably 3 years ago. I didn't do so well, but I figure this is as good a time as any to try out a new portion of the lake that I don't really have much familiarity with. And I had mapped like an area that I wanted to go to. However, my map study skills are pretty bad, because where I wanted to go to, it's just not conceivable for me to make it there, especially in my less than peak physical condition. So I made a stop at a different location, but I'm out here gonna try to put a couple fish in the boat. I have about 5 minutes left until lines end, and we'll be checking in with you then. Let me get to it. All right, guys, first fish of the day, 15 1/4. All right, not a skunk. Let's get him back in the water. Ooh, look at that sunrise. Look at that. Good fish. Come on, bud. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah, son! He's fired up. Guys, look at that toad. Yeah. Woo, he's fired up. Wear yourself out, buddy. Wear yourself out. Woo. Hey guys, look at that son of a gun. 18 3/4. 18 3/4, guys. Bizz baits, the baits that mean business. Look at him. And the way he hit it, I didn't think it was a big fish at all. I thought it was just something little pecking at it. But man, wow, that's a nice fish. Look at him. Let's get him back in the water. And now it's time for tackle roundup. All right, guys, what I caught that fish on was this. It is a V-twin buzzbait by True South Custom Lures / Buzzbaits. Now, the cool thing about this particular tournament is you pay your entry fee, and one of the caveats is you can only use the lures provided. And so they provided like a sack of lures here, like a bunch of, there's like some jigs, some shaky heads, some like trick worms. The Dizzy Diamond is what they call their trick worm, and they have a Ned bait in there, and they have a spinner bait. And that's like part of the caveat though. Like, in order to, it's cool that you get to you get all these cool baits, but it also levels the playing field so that everybody out on the water is fishing with the exact same stuff. So that's what I'm using. It's a V-twin 1/4 ounce buzzbait. It's really cool coloration, and as a trailer, I have the it's the Cutter Crawl in white, and that's the Buzzbait's Cutter Crawl. Yeah. So that's what we're using. I'm gonna get back to it, and that concludes today's tackle roundup. This fish hit it as soon as it hit the water. Holy crap, that's a good one too. Holy shnikes, guys. The same spot. The same spot. Yeah. Holy shnikes. Holy moly. It's a good fish. It's a really good fish. Holy crap. Look at that toad. And look, he inhaled that son of a gun. Look at that buzzbait. Look how far down that's in there. Guys, 19 3/4. Look at that. Look at this fatty. Same spot as that other monster. That's awesome. Let's get him back in the water. Stay on. Stay on. Come on, stay on, buddy. All right. All right, guys, 13 3/4. That completes the limit. It is 8:15. Awesome. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've limited at all this year, so it's a good feeling. Let's get him back in the water. All right, guys, 15 1/4, little upgrade. Buzzbaits, bringing to business. Let's get him back in the water. Well guys, midday update. Things are going surprisingly well. I don't get to say that often, but I've got my limit, and it's a pretty good limit. I've got a 2 15s, a 18, and a 19. Got 4 more hours to look for an upgrade. My bite has absolutely died, so I'm gonna have to figure something else out, but got 4 hours to do that. And yeah, that's a welcome change, I'll put it that way, from what I normally have to do. But that's where we stand. Again, I think my smallest is 15 1/4, and let's see if we can put a couple more in the boat. Let's get to it. All right guys, it's time for a move. I have not gotten a bite in like 2 hours, and I kind of was just fishing the bank and working my way back to the ramp. However, I'm not finding any of the areas where I was actually catching the fish. Like, my strategy for this video was, or for this tournament was, I knew there was going to be wind, and so I'm on the wind blown side. And what I wanted was like long, shallow points, like out into the main channel. And that's where I've caught all of my fish. And stupidly, after the bite kind of slowed down a little bit, I went back in some back pockets and stuff, and was just kind of burning bank looking for some kind of backup bite. I haven't gotten anything. I mean, I had a bite in like 2 hours doing a variety of things. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually, stupidly, I'm gonna go back to those long points that I identified, and try to hit those again and see if there's any more fish out there, because I'm not doing anything right now. This is just kind of wasting time. So I'm about 30 minutes away. Actually, yeah, right there's the ramp. I'm about 30 minutes away from where I was catching my fish, but something's got to change. So I think it'll be worth the trip. All right, here we go. All right, guys, 1 hour remaining. I came all the way out here to where I thought I could capitalize on the fish that I was catching earlier. Not successful, not because I think that they're probably there. It's just it's entirely too rough. And I can't fish where I want to fish because it's rough between the boat traffic and just the wind. It's just staying in place is a little bit too difficult. So with 1 hour remaining, I am going to do what I typically do anytime that I am not hitting on much. I'm going to go try to find a place out of the way, tie on one of these jigs, which is a bait that I am not particularly good at, and see if I can't make something happen in the last hour. Let me get back to it. Alright guys, a 15 1/2, that's an upgrade of a 1/4 inch. Man, I need more than that. That's cool fish though, look at him. Alright, let's get him back in the water. Well, hey guys, It is officially 2 o'clock. Lines out. Man, that was an interesting tournament. I actually had a good time. That's what makes it interesting. That is a break from the norm. I think I did okay in this tournament. Last I checked the leaderboard, I was in 3rd place, so definitely didn't win, but fingers crossed, I think a top 10 finish is absolutely plausible. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I'm gonna head back to the ramp. I got a lot of paddling ahead of me, and I'm gonna try to take a little bit of footage at the weigh-in. So let's go check it out.
69 1/4, anchored by a 1975 and an 1875, and we're gonna talk about his identifier card when he gets up here. Mr. Abide Fishing himself, Joshua Meyer. So I'm gonna start this time. Here's your gem. Here's your hardware. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. If you ever, now stay here. If you ever look at his identifier card, it's font size 7 million written across the whole identifier card. And he's got one on the flip up, and he's got one on the board. And the first time he did it, I was like, what the hell is he doing? Today, on one of your bigger fish, I believe it was, the sun completely blocked out his flip up ID. Gone. All glare. But his one that was on the board was crystal clear. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, he's on to something. So, being prepared, got you a nice gem and some hardware today. Huge congratulations. Tell us about your day.
I came out like I had a plan, and was kind of thrown for a loop because it worked. And I'm not I'm usually just floundering around trying to figure something out, but no, it worked. I found some long points that went out into the main lake, and I just beat-twinned it all day long. And I mean, they were just tearing it up.
All day long.
All day long.
John, you listening? All day long. That's awesome, dude. I mean, that's a simple story. I threw a buzzbait and whooped all of you. Thank you.
That's a short tackle around there, man.
Give it up for Josh.
Hey guys, you want to see something I think is pretty cool? Look at this. I knew I'd put a lot of miles on my on the kayak today in this tournament. I pedaled over 10 miles today. That's a lot of pedaling. And my legs hurt so bad right now. I am so out of shape. 10 miles though. Hey, give it up.